I just felt inspired to make a video today, mainly because of the gratitude I've felt of everyone that's supported me over the years. I woke up this morning realizing that my work has been really around um, helping people find their passion, to live their deepest self, and to be able to feel a sense of fulfillment in their life, wherever they're at, with whatever they're doing. And in the last couple of weeks, I have been tapped into various people's teachings that that are actually really on point with what I have in my book. You know, this book that I started, over like 12 years ago, um, not too long after my mother passed. There was just like, I knew to be able to learn and assemble what folks are saying as far as how to live our best life, how to listen to our intuition, how to be spiritually inspired in every moment. And so I began that journey, not really understanding what this call was inside. I've served as a landscape architect with the Forest Service. Went to school in Eugene as a landscape architect, and very serendipitously landed a summer job out in Ukiah, Oregon with the Forest Service, which led to a permanent job. And I just loved it, creating campgrounds and trailheads and interpretive signs and helping with forest management practices and scenic byways. Very rich opportunities that I had with the Forest Service. And I was also felt this angst that even though I was doing a job that I was prepared to do through my 5 years in college and was making good money, I was with great people. I believed, and still do, believe in the mission of the Forest Service, caring for the land and serving people. But there was an element of, I wasn't touching the sacred. So even though I was touching my design and art sense, I was touching my nature sense. I'm a first class Girl Scout. I mean, it was just definitely, nature's been a part of my life. I I always been inspired to help create places for people to play, and that definitely was woven into my studies as a landscape architect. So here I was actually creating places for people to play and experience nature. There was an element that I was not necessarily addressing, what I knew in my core as being around the lines of the sacred, that I wasn't quite on my path, that I checked off a lot of the boxes as far as who I am and what I'm here to do, but I wasn't totally in alignment with my inner being here. And so there was a lot of decision to let go of the path that I had actually created, to seek and define and create this sense of sacredness woven into nature and self-fulfillment and what it meant for this world. Um, that really clashed with my deep, deep, deep desire and need for self-reliancy. With my hearing disability, it was definitely a challenge to get through school, but I did it, and I was proud of it. And for the most part, I did it on my own. I mean, I say for the most part because I did need assistance in taking notes in college. I did need other people to support my emotional progress and hardships in school. But I did it. I did it. And then to get a job and to be able to save the money to buy my own car, to be able to buy my own house, to be able to live in a way that, I think it's what my parents hoped for is that I could actually take care of myself, and I did. And there was a sense of pride with that, and also I don't know. I guess the contrast that I was feeling when I made that decision to go and seek the sacred, it was also a time in which I needed to not be confined to a 9-to-5 job. And so I was blessed to be able to have the ability to lean on my husband. I wanted to be there for my kids, and so doing part-time work made sense to be able to be there for my kids and continue my career, and then building what this new career is. And I feel like this new career has been building for the last 12 years. And I think a lot of why I wanted to create this video is that I feel like it's still unfolding as far as what it is, what's going to be available, and how it's going to be offered. And I wrote this book 12 years ago. And then after I got it published, the beginning of 2017, I literally just couldn't even open it up. I couldn't even look at it. Number one, I was afraid of seeing the mistakes that could have been in it. Number two, it was just almost like postpartum depression. It was like I gave so much. I just needed time to be able to repair and re-energize. And so people have asked, when am I going to do workshops around my book? And then I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to take that next step yet. I just needed to have it be done and out in the world and let it just rest. The last month has been really interesting because I've been introduced to a lot of different teachings and teachers that have I say like, oh, that's what's in my book. Oh, what they just shared is in my book. And it's a feeling like, hey, you know what? I think what I have in my book really is worthy of spending the time to make workshops. So I diverted a little bit. The whole point is I woke up realizing that I wouldn't have understood the significance of truly being able to trust and have faith in your path if it wasn't for the contrast of how hard it was for me not to be self-reliant. But it was that contrast that made me wake up and realize the importance of this work. This work that's my work to share, and that it's time to start sharing. There's more to come. Thank you. This is Tracy McMerritt, July 15th, 2019. And we'll talk to you soon. Ta-ta for now.